call?
It is the end of the world as we know it.
New Beyond the Gates, CBS weekdays.
Tomorrow, high temperatures into the mid to lower 50s for most of the Upper Peninsula, when that average high temperature should be in the 70s, and a few showers. Your full details are next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News. In a major development from the Middle East, Israel has started airstrikes on Iran. We'll have the latest on what we know so far. Plus, we have more details on Michigan Republicans' plans for higher education funding in the state. And we get a glimpse of what it's like in the life of a Michigan State Police trooper as they show students what they do on a daily basis. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast from the First Warning Weather Center. It is going to be chilly tomorrow. These low temperatures tonight not looking too much different from those highs for tomorrow, but for tonight we can expect a few lingering showers, especially down to Menominee, Iron Mountain, Escanaba. Otherwise mostly cloudy across the Upper Peninsula. Cloudy skies, rain showers, and cold temperatures are going to be the theme for tomorrow. It will get better towards Father's Day. I'll have your full details coming up.
Kelly, thank you. Starting off tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed that has launched a major attack on Iran with the stated goal of crippling its nuclear program, which the Jewish state has long seen as a threat to its survival. Jesse Mitchell reports from New York.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that Israel's military began conducting a large strike on Iran, targeting the Islamic Republic's nuclear facilities.
Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat.
Netanyahu said Iran, which has long threatened to eliminate Israel, has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs, adding that in recent months, Iran has taken steps to weaponize the nuclear material.
We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program.
The White House released a statement from Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying Israel's action against Iran is unilateral and the U.S. is not involved in the strikes. The statement says, quote, President Trump and the administration have taken all necessary steps to protect our forces and remain in close contact with our regional partners. Let me be clear, Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel.
Earlier, the Board of Governors at the International Atomic Energy Agency censured Iran for the first time in 20 years after it refused to work with inspectors. Iran immediately announced it would establish a third enrichment site in the country and swap out some centrifuges for more advanced ones. A new state budget proposal from the Michigan House would bring changes to university and community college funding. The plan includes new scholarships and changes to how schools receive state support. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has the details from Lansing.
House Republicans have laid out their funding plan for higher education in Michigan, one that overhauls state spending with the goal of evening out the amounts going to the state's public universities.
We want to really focus on Michigan students.
The proposal includes a $5,500 annual scholarship for every Michigan high school graduate who chooses to attend a public or private university in the state. Criticism has already begun surrounding the state money that would follow students to private institutions. But Markkinen says students deserve the ability to attend any Michigan institution.
We can't forget that we have some incredible private schools as well that I think are entitled to utilize the scholarship money.
House Republicans say the plan maintains overall university funding levels, but restructures how that money is distributed. In the plan, MSU and U of M would see cuts of nearly $62 and $239 million, respectively.
We need to see results. I made it very clear from the start when I chaired this subcommittee.
House Republicans say the funds will be redirected towards the state's other universities. The proposal also includes policy changes, a cap on university administrative spending, a requirement to verify student legal status, and a provision to withhold funding from schools that maintain diversity, equity, and inclusion programs.
I don't think public money funding should go to those programs. If they can, find private funds, that's great. But, universities should be spending money on educating their students.
Michigan schools begin the new budget year in July, giving lawmakers just 2 weeks to work out their differences and pass a funding plan for K-12 schools and higher education before disagreements cause disruptions in school districts. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The Michigan State Police is giving high school students a closer look at what a career as a first responder would look like. Our own Sammy McKnight shows us what the troopers and students have to say about it.
Since Monday, a group of 26 students from around Michigan and northern Wisconsin have been at the Michigan State Police Law Enforcement Career Academy at Gogebic Community College.
They're getting instruction in categories like first aid and life-saving techniques if there's a medical emergency, things like defensive tactics and how they might make a traffic stop, things like interaction with the public and how to talk down somebody that's having a mental emergency.
Students are also getting a look at a variety of first responder careers like state trooper, DNR, EMS, and forensics.
This isn't us telling them what they should do. This is us opening the door, giving them opportunities, building the relationships, facilitating those relationships and those introductions with their community partners that they may want to join. It's about them making the critical decision, not us.
One student says the experience has been enjoyable and informative.
It has been amazing. I've learned so much. I got to work on actual cases. We got to solve different actual cases, listen to 911 calls. We've got to learn a ton of different stuff, things I never thought. I ripped the door off a truck, so that was pretty cool.
Stewart says teaching the class is one of his favorite parts of the job.
They come in and they believe they can't do it. They believe that they don't have what it takes to be successful. They doubt themselves in every aspect, and we push them to experience things, A, that they wouldn't experience, but two, that belief inside that says, you know what, I can do this. Rewarding. That's all I can tell you, rewarding.
Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Ironwood.
Today marks National Women Veterans Day, a day dedicated to honoring the service, sacrifice, and achievements of women who have served in the U.S. military. Our own John Truitt attended a celebration and discussion meeting of female veterans at the Marquette VFW Post.
Although women have served since the Revolutionary War, their contributions have often been overlooked. National Women's Veterans Day seeks to change that by recognizing their vital role in defending our country and highlighting the unique challenges they continue to face. One urgent issue is recruiting new members to veterans groups.
Females need to join more of our veteran organizations and to get out there how important females are. When we were active duty military.
The day commemorates the signing of the Woman Armed Services Integration Act by President Truman on June 12, 1948, a historic moment that granted women permanent status in the regular armed forces. The women vets I spoke to believe a woman can make the same contributions as a man.
If the female is qualified to do the job and they can do it without requirements being reduced for them to do the job, then let them do the job.
It's not a separate Veterans Day, but a specific date set aside to honor women's military service and to raise awareness about issues like gender discrimination, sexual harassment, and the lack of women-focused veteran resources. Retired Major Susan Holliday recalls one troubling story.
The old major said, well, we need to give men time to work with women in leadership roles. And it's like, well, don't they have mothers?
By honoring the trailblazers of the past and supporting today's women veterans, National Women's Veterans Day inspires future generations to serve and to advocate for equality. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, the YMCA of Marquette County is launching a large fundraising campaign. We'll have the details on that. And the city of Negaunee is moving forward with a grant agreement that's expected to improve community participation. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
June is Custom Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. Whether we are starting from scratch or creating a new piece from old or inherited jewelry, we will help you create your very own one-of-a-kind perfect design. And in June, we will waive the $395 design fee. You imagine it, we will create it. Custom Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette.
Richardson Jewelers. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
It's hilarious. Hidden camera. Hijinks. Just for laughs, gags.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. A full look at your forecast. Today's high temperature, if this were a report card, I don't know if this would quite be passing. Temperature is way below average. The average high 71, we hit 56 for Marquette, and that low temperature even below average too, of 43 when that average is 49. This will kind of carry into tomorrow, those chilly temperatures and some rain showers, cloudy skies. We're looking good on our weather alerts page, watches or warnings, especially looking at the air quality warnings that we've been seeing a lot of the past few weeks. This is something that we haven't seen in quite a bit. We're going to get some good clearing in here. Yeah, finally really lifting that dense smoke cover as we head through the weekend. It's going to be mixed partly because of the rain showers. We'll start to clear it out just a tad, but also just depending on where the winds are at the moment. It's not the biggest issue that we're going to be looking at. I'm more concerned with potential flooding, localized flooding, especially down towards Wisconsin, maybe up towards Ironwood too, as these rain showers, they might push up into Marquette for a little bit through the afternoon. So everyone across the Upper Peninsula, we might see a few of those showers. It just depends through the afternoon. But if you're Iron Mountain, Escanaba, Menominee, southern Upper Peninsula, you'll likely see that rain for tomorrow. And we clear things out rain-wise for Saturday, but we'll still keep the cloudy skies for most of the day. But the future rain outlook, again, most of the rain is in towards Wisconsin, but we could accumulate up to about 1/2 of an inch, even 3/4 of an inch out towards Ironwood. That's just for the Friday rain, and you tack on the Saturday, might add a few 1/10 of an inch or so for there. The fishing outlook, your blades, bait, and tackle fishing outlook for tomorrow gets a 3 out of 4 stars. That's pretty good, but you might want to bring the umbrella, the rain gear, looking at some rain showers, especially through the afternoon. The best times would be between 2 to 4 p.m., but again, that's likely when we're going to see those rain showers pushing on up with those east winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your Father's Day weekend, some of it is looking good. Now, I say that depending on what your favorite type of weather is. If you like rain showers and colder temperatures, Friday is your day. And if you like some warmer temperatures with some sunshine, fairly seasonal conditions, that would be for your Father's Day. It's going to be a great day to get those golf times, grill something on the grill, fire up the grill, take an walk, whatever you want to do. Saturday is good too. A few lingering drops from those rain showers with high temperatures into the upper 50s. So overall, we are going to see a little bit of that rain just ahead of Father's Day, but I do think we clear out just in time for any of those outdoor plans. So if you haven't planned anything yet for Dad, try to plan something outside and take advantage of the clearing in the rain. Partly cloudy skies with some climbing temperatures to start off the week ahead. We'll have a few isolated showers with some warmer temperatures finally for midweek of next week, but we might be tracking a few storms for Wednesday. Stay tuned for that.
Kelly, thanks again. At tonight's Negaunee City Council meeting, a motion was made to move forward with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation grant agreement. The grant money will go towards Negaunee's plans for Community Heart and Soul. The main goals of Community Heart and Soul is to increase community participation and strength.
This technical assistance grant will allow us to hold like a basic community opinion of what's happening with Negaunee, asking residents what they like, what they see going on, where they want us to be, and where they like to see us in the future.
For more information regarding Negaunee's plans with Community Heart and Soul, go to WZMQ19.com, news19.com that is. And for those wondering about the presence of fluoride in the city of Negaunee's water, a meeting will be held on June 26th regarding the matter. The YMCA of Marquette County is looking to raise $500,000 for both its scholarship fund and for new improvements. During today's YMCA annual golf outing at the Marquette Golf Club, the Y's Board of Directors announced the launch of its capital campaign to raise the money. The evening gathered business partners for both a live and silent auction. The money raised will go towards repairs to the Y's existing facility, the YMCA Scholarship Fund, and many new field house amenities.
We wanted to make it as multi-purpose as possible, so soccer, football, golf, tennis, pickleball.
We're reaching out to the community now to help us finish off this campaign, and we hope that they'll reach out to the YMCA and say, hey, look, we want to make a donation. We believe in the Y of Marquette.
The field house is projected to be completed by this fall. Donations can be made by calling 227-YMCA. After 7 years of business in Delta County, a regional heavy equipment dealer has moved to a new facility in Escanaba. This morning, McCoy Construction and Forestry held a ribbon cutting for its current location along US 41. The move from McCoy's previous smaller building has been in the works for about 2 years. The facility can house larger equipment, includes an indoor wash bay, and features an increased product inventory for customers. McCoy's president says it will also benefit employee retention and recruitment.
We've been around here for a long time, as this team has been. It's a long-tenured team. We're a pillar, I think, in the community for the construction and definitely the forestry business. I believe it will have a pretty good impact on everyone.
After the ribbon cutting, the Chamber of Commerce, county commissioners, and other community leaders took a tour of McCoy's new space. Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights when we come back. We head to Escanaba for the 39th annual UP All-Star Girls Basketball Game. We'll be right back after this.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff, tense, or less active? Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System, a triple fusion of therapeutic experiences. Full body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation and reduces inflammation. Infrared heat penetrates deep to reduce pain, soothe, and relax. The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 heated nodes mimics a professional massage. Plus, it's detachable for deep relief anywhere you need it. Experience the true remedy for your pain and stiffness. Call now.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
This is extreme crime.
To catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
We were operating against ghosts, and ghosts are tough to find.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
Good evening, everyone. The 39th annual Upper Peninsula Basketball All-Star Games moved to a new venue this year, Bay Community College in Escanaba. Also new, the games were played on a night, Thursday night. We'll start with the girls' contest. The East is wearing white. Third quarter, the West's Aubrey Johnson of Negaunee will spot Brooklyn Dampier of Lance, and the Purple Hornet thinks about her options and says, basket, good idea. When in doubt, drive and score. West leads 28-24. Lakeland and Hubble's Emily Jokala will find a path through the lane for a layup over taller opponents, and the West had a 30-24 lead. Then the East responds. St. Ignace's Jillian Frazier locates Stevenson's Adria Rulo. Her baseline is successful thanks to shielding the ball away from her defenders. East trails 31-26. Again for the East, Gladstone's Macy Hansen to Newberry's Allie Whalen for three. Tied at 35, Marquette's Aubrey Blackburn misses a short attempt after a steal. Munising's Bailey Corcoran makes the putback. Score was tied at 35 after three. To the fourth, Lance's Dampier locates Ishmael's Peyton Cockeri. She makes the basket to give her team a 39-35 lead. Cockeri will play at Bay College next season, and so will Addison Cullen of St. Ignace. She scores here for the East. 39-37, West up two, but Cockeri scored again. Then Lakeland and Hubble's Emily Jokala with the steal and layup. She paced all scores with 18 points. West up 43-37. Off the inbound, Negaunee's Aubrey Johnson, Houghton's Ava Gerard spins and scores. The East did not score in the final 3 minutes. The West won 50-41, and the Lake's Emily Jokala was the most valuable player.
Competitive. I really liked it. The pace was fast, but I mean, we toughed it out at the end. I thought it was going to be pretty close the whole way, but I'm happy how it ended. I've made so many friends these past 2 weekends playing, and it's awesome to play with girls who are also competitive and really want that fight to win, who've worked for it for multiple years.
This was Jokala's last basketball game. She will attend Grand Valley State and be a sprinter on the Lakers track team. Yes, that's right. She's going from being a Lake to a Laker, not to confuse the heck out of everybody. Okay, boys contest. East again in white first half, each of 20-minute halves. That's Marquette's Jackson Jermu knocking down a jumper, and his team jumped out to a 7-2 lead. Here's another Sentinel. Kyler Sager gets a pass and thinks and cans the triple try right there. Time to go to the west end of the court. Kingsford's Gavin Grondin, the Lake Superior State recruit, will hit a little step back here. Nicely done. Then Marquette's Jacob McPhee finds 2023 Division IV state champion Trevor Nolan open for three, and the East is ahead 10-6. Another assist for McPhee coming up. He found Negaunee's Jordan Gannett, and that's good for three more. At the other end, Houghton's Luke Hill will be off just a little bit, but Western County's Elijah Oberlin will take care of the putback. The East held a 13-11 advantage at that point. Next East possession, Brimley's Trey Lynn. This is from the far corner, but Gwen's Waylon Sales gets the ball right there and knocks down the nice open jumper. Best move of the early in the first half, Escanaba's Javon Stevenson. Behind the back, the Pickford's Eli McDonald for the easy layup. This game went into overtime thanks to a three-pointer by Marquette's Kyler Sager at the buzzer. The East ended up winning 96-93. Sager scored 16 points and was named most valuable player, which means he was the most MVP last week and this week. That's impressive. Elsewhere in basketball, former Michigan Tech All-American Dawn Plitzu-White has agreed to a contract extension that will keep her with the Minnesota Golden Gophers as head coach through the 2031 season. Director of Athletics Mark Coyle made the announcement today. Plitzu-White will enter her third season as head coach this fall. The Gophers won the Women's Basketball Invitational Championship several weeks back, and she is 45-27 overall. And in 2024, she won the Women's National Invitational Tournament. So back-to-back postseason championships for the Golden Gophers. Kearney Nato and former Marquette University golfer Hunter Eichhorn has won his first pro tournament. Eichhorn shot a 10 under par today, 61, to earn $10,000 in first prize money at the Colonial Classic at Thomasville, North Carolina. He recorded a score of 20 under par 193 over the three-day event. This tournament is part of the G-Pro Tour. Eichhorn was 2 shots ahead of former Michigan State golfer and 2021 U.S. Amateur winner James Pyatt of Canton, Michigan. Eichhorn earned more than $7,000 less than 2 weeks ago by finishing in a tie for 26th at the UNC Health Championship in Raleigh, North Carolina. The Escanaba softball team had another nail-biter in its Division II semifinal against 7th-ranked Richmond. Let's go to Michigan State. Yeah, the games weren't tight enough already against Gaylord and Huntsville Unity Christian. It was just as tough today. Grayson LaMarche struck out all 3 batters in the top of the first. She retired the first 5 Blue Devils on strikes. But the Eskimos were not having any more success against Richmond pitcher Katie Shuby. She K'd 12 batters, Katie Lamb there. It was scoreless, or 0-0 if you prefer, after 4 innings. Bottom of the 5th as they try to get a rally going. Escanama's Mackenzie Engebretson singled up the middle very nicely for the first Eskimo hit. However, her pinch runner Abby Durkis was picked off by Richmond's catcher Ashley Stafford at first base, quickly ending that threat. Top of the 6th. LaMarche back in the circle, of course, and she will strike out Katie Telto right here, but the ball bounces off the glove of catcher Carly Bowden. Telto hustles the first and is safe. Then after a bunt single and a sacrifice bunt, Richmond had runners on second and third with 1 out. Ashley Stafford bounces, Engebretson tags her out, then tries to catch Telto napping at third, and all kinds of confusion after the bat. The ball gets away. Telto and Kendall Nader cross the plate to give the Blue Devils a 2-0 lead. Escanaba was not able to get anything going after that. Shuby struck out Bowden to end the game. After 2 very close contests in the regional final and quarterfinal, Escanaba comes out on the short end of a 2-0 score to the Richmond Blue Devils.
Can be a cruel game, but so is life, and this is a life lesson for the girls. And we had a great season, 40 wins. It's nothing to get upset about, and we just got to keep our chin up, and we'll be good.
Parents for Howard Stewart.
Congrats to Escanaba for getting this far. They end with a record of about 40-5. Richmond will meet Paw Paw in the state final Saturday. Paw Paw's Elizabeth Vanderberg smacked a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th, enabling the Red Wolves to edge Carleton Airport 3-2 in the first semifinal. And congratulations to Central Michigan University steeplechase runner Emily Papour of Negaunee. She qualified tonight to get into the NCAA championship with a 7th place finish in her heat of the national championships taking place in Eugene, Oregon. She shaved 10 seconds off her personal best and CMU record. And we will be right back.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
It's Father's Day, and Dad deserves the best. Shop Kirkish Furniture's Father's Day sale on now. Save on Lazy Boy recliners, grills, indoor smokers, Restonic and Tempur-Pedic mattresses, beverage cinders, ice makers, patio furniture, air conditioners, and so much more. 12 months free financing and always free local delivery at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
All right, a final look of your forecast as you start planning the weekend. Now, the graphic behind me, these are tomorrow's high temperatures. It does look like the low temperatures for tonight, so we're not warming up all that much tomorrow, and we are expecting some rain showers to push into the area, especially through the afternoon. Out towards Ironwood and Iron River, you might get some localized flooding. Could see just shy of an inch just from the rain for tomorrow. Now, those temperatures, if it discourages you, if you're looking for some warmer temperatures, we are expecting to trend warmer than average in our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. We are just shy of a week away from the summer solstice on June 20th. We'll get some fairly seasonal conditions back as we progress through the weekend. Father's Day looking good. That rain clearing out just in time with some slightly chillier than average temperatures, and we start to get those 70s back by the time we get to next Tuesday, but we could have a few isolated showers and storms through midweek.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, this weekend, the Negaunee Public Library will be welcoming a longtime Marvel Comics artist for a free demonstration. Jerry DeCare has been with Marvel Entertainment since the early 1990s, illustrating for characters such as Wolverine, Thor, The Incredible Hulk, and numerous X-Men volumes. On Saturday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. at the Negaunee Senior Citizen Center, DeCare will be performing a live drawing presentation for all ages. The Central Michigan University graduate often enjoys making trips to the UP, sharing his passions along the way.
Jerry had reached out through our Facebook page. He comes up to go camping in the UP every summer and does just a couple of libraries up here. So we are very thankful to be one of the two that he selected this year.
Demo drawings made by DeCare will be given away at the event, along with plenty of autographs. Mike, quickly, anything else?
Tigers 4, Baltimore 1, Milwaukee 6, St. Louis nothing.
Thanks, Mike. We'll see you all tomorrow.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks